Shen's mother and Jessica argued, and she ends up in the hospital. Why were they fighting?
Jessica, why were you and Ling fighting?
Don't look at me like I poisoned that woman. I was just trying to have a civil conversation with her, and out of nowhere, she has a panic attack.
Perhaps you said something to trigger it.
Oh, please. She triggered it all by herself. That woman is full of histrionics. I asked for one simple favor, and she acts like it's the end of the world.
But Dad said you were yelling at each other.
Because I was trying to reason with her, and she wouldn't listen. So in order to make myself be heard, I had to raise my voice.
And that's when she fainted.
And that's when she fainted.
How are you feeling?
So tired. I slept terribly. This bed is hard as a rock.
Do you want to sit up? Let me help you.
How is Young?
Young's okay.
That Jessica Shelley deserves to be shot. She says Young has a mental illness. How dare she? If anyone is a mental case, it must be her.
Mum, maybe she's right about...
No! Young is fine. He recovered from that horrible incident. There is nothing wrong with Young.
Hey, what kind of music do you listen to when you go to work?
Total silence. I use my travel time to call my secretary, get up to speed on the day, dictate emails.
You can't ask Auntie Ananya that. She's the CEO now.
I'm trying to up my driver rating, so I'm going to tailor the music in my car according to the profile of my passenger.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, I've got Hokkien pop for aunties, hip hop for teenagers, smooth jazz for the PMETs. Hey, I've got a great idea. How about carpool karaoke for my passengers?
You should save that energy for cancer. Gotta go.
Nina, what are you doing?
I'm planning my advertorial for Gaia Body.
Oh. The lie behind the truth. Periods are a pain, literally. Don't you think this is a bit in your face?
Don't make me tone it down, Dad.
Is Gaia Body okay with this?
They know what I'm like. Every feminine product commercial makes it seem like women are having a ball. Ooh, life is great, let's have a party. No, it's not. It hurts. And if it doesn't, it's an inconvenience.
Okay, relax.
Mrs. Shen.
Goodbye, Matthew. My doctor says I can be discharged today.
I want to apologize for tricking you into seeing Shen. I'm sorry.
You shouldn't have done that. But you did me a favor, to be honest.
I don't understand.
I finally saw a glimpse of the old Young. The Young before that, before he changed. Haven't seen that Young for a long time.
Before that, what's that?
Private family matter, none of your business.
Just one question. Have you always called Shen Young?
Always. Why?
I hear you're leaving for home tonight.
Yes. On my way to the hospital to pick up my mother before heading to the airport.
You get everything all squared away?
Oh, hope I did. You know, with my family, firefighting is a full-time occupation. You should know how that is.
Oh, I could write a book on it.
Doesn't it suck being the oldest in the family?
Before you go, I wanted to say, thanks.
There's no need to. I don't care what you do with all that cash or your precious clinic. As far as I'm concerned, you're not a Shen. Don't talk to us ever again.
James, I bumped into Shen's brother just now. How's his mother doing?
Better, I think. They're both headed back to China tonight.
Ling comes here for 48 hours, causes an almighty scene, demands that you'll be kicked out of KSUH, and then now she's going home without a word or an apology.
Yeah, the whole family's dysfunctional. Makes us look like amateurs.
Please, James. When the Shelleys make a spectacle of ourselves, we do it with class. Thank you very much.
Just promise me I'm never gonna have to drag you kicking and screaming to the hospital.
Don't tempt me.
That's Maxine's teacher. I better take this.
Keep me in the loop.
Hey, how you been? Have you been busy?
Yeah, I'm here for a meeting. How many coffees have you had?
Huh?
You just seem very, happy.
I'm feeling good. Yeah, I guess I kind of like driving for a living. It makes me feel I've got control of my life.
I hope you haven't turned into one of those taxi uncles who won't shut up.
Hey, one of my special talents is the ability to read my passengers' mood. If they want to talk, cool. Sports, politics, the stock market, anything to boost my driver rating.
Well, thanks for spending your hard-earned money here.
Hey, let's be clear. These are for my passengers, not me.
Anything to boost your driver rating? Kenneth? Remember me?
Steph, of course. Has it been a year? How have you been?
Fine. You're looking good. You've got like this glow on your face.
Well, food has that effect on me. I'll see you two, ladies. Bye.
I didn't know you two were, friends.
Excuse me. Are you Shen's brother?
We usually call him Young.
I noticed. I'm Matthew.
Right. You're the policeman that married the woman that Young wanted to.
Yes, Yoke. For a family who's cut off ties with Shen, you seem to be on top of what's happened in his life.
People tell us things, whether we like it or not. It was nice meeting you. I have a plane to catch.
Actually, it's not the same person we're talking about.
Beg your pardon?
Shen and Young.
Look, Young is not a mental case, and you can tell just because Shelley met too.
Young has a condition called DID, dissociative identity disorder. I've seen it with my own eyes, and he's been getting treatment for it since he was in his teens. I think you and your family know about this.
How would I? I've lived apart from my brother my entire life.
Come on. I know about Sam Fernandez and Lee Beng Kun. Those guys bullied Shen in school and their parents lost their jobs. Shen does badly in economics and his teacher gets the sack. Keynotes runs an article on him that's not to your liking and you shut the whole place down. Do you want me to go on?
Everything you said is true. We were behind all of it. It wasn't what I wanted. I was just following my mother's wishes.
You destroyed the lives of all those innocent people.
Innocent. Some are not so innocent. Bullies, exploitative businesses. All we wanted to do was protect Young.
It's obvious that you care about him. So why did you chase him off to Singapore to fend for himself?
It was for his own good.
Do you know, does she know DID is often caused by childhood or parental trauma?
I know we've got a lot to answer for, but this is...
That's not what I was getting at. You know Shen has DID. Why do you pretend like it's not there when you could be helping him with it?
You're not gonna let this go, are you?
Not until I get to the truth.
You have to promise that this is between us. My mother doesn't want anyone to know. Young was kidnapped when he was a kid. Don't talk to Young about the kidnapping. He doesn't remember any of it.
But that could help him fix the DID.
Will it? Or will it make it worse? Maybe this DID is his way of denying that it ever happened. Maybe it's his way of coping. Exposing the truth to him may damage him. I know it will certainly reopen old wounds for my mother. Listen, Matthew, if you really want to help Young, leave the past where it belongs. That's all I'm going to say about this.
What about your sister?
Steph. Are you talking about Steph the chef?
Yes, Julius. We have been for the past 10 minutes.
Steph. They could have been one of the all-time great romances. You know the movie Janie Maguire? You complete me. Yeah? That's Steph.
You and Steph are a couple?
Me? No. I'm too serious for her. I'm talking about Kenneth. He and Steph were perfect together. They completed each other.
First of all, the movie is Jerry Maguire, and secondly, can we move on?
Okay, moving on. What's next?
We've got pads, tampons, cups, and sponges. They come in different shapes, sizes, and scents. And they're all designed to do one thing. Lie! Yes, Patti.
Nina, I've told you before, talking so brashly about unmentionables is difficult for people of my generation.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat the lack of truth in advertising. All the commercials about period products say the same thing. It's great fun having a period. That's just not true.
I will admit feeling the same way.
The commercials never show any blood. No blood at all. It's so unreal. I don't bleed blue fluid.
But do you really want to see blood? How much blood are you talking about?
Good question. I'll have to think about that. Anyway, check out these capris. The crotch is lined. It claims to have no VPL.
VPL? What's that?
Visible panty line.
Oh my goodness, another naughty word. You're going to turn off a lot of people with your language.
There isn't a word I'm using that's not in the dictionary. If those words are so offensive, all the dictionaries should be removed from the library and pulped.
Nina, some of your viewers will get turned off by your bluntness. It could be the very people you're trying to convince. You want them to listen, don't you?
I've got to be smarter about this. That's what I need to do.
Some things require a little finesse.
That's the word I was looking for. That way, I can draw them into the conversation. Thanks, Patti.
God, help me. I just helped you with your foul-mouthed video. Ugh.
Hi, Steph. This is Cameron from All Good Marketplace. Good news, my boss has given me the green light to stock your products.
That's amazing. I've already got a few promotional ideas in mind.
Great. Why don't you stop by All Good and we can discuss them?
By the way, how do you know Kenneth?
He used to work at KSUH.
Oh, okay. It's been such a long time since I last saw him. Is he still single?
Yeah, he sure is.
Ling must be on her way back to Shanghai by now. I hope that's the last I see of her.
Jessica, please.
What? You know as well as I do what a pain she is. No wonder Shen turned out to be such a disaster. It obviously runs in the family.
Just give it a rest, okay?
When were you planning to tell me about the call from Maxine's teacher?
Oh, Maxine's not getting along with her classmates. Mrs. O thinks she's got trust issues.
Well, as long as she's not a nuisance in class, I don't think it's a problem.
Well, that's what Mrs. O is afraid of, is it's gonna lead to that. She wants to know when Emily's coming back.
Is that any of her business?
No, but you have to admit, with Emily not around, it's affecting Maxine in a bad way.
That's besides the point. Mrs. O has no business prying into your personal affairs. What's her full name? I want to get her fired.
No, Grandma. I like Mrs. O. Don't fire her.
It's for your own good, Maxine.
Mrs. O is very nice to me. Please don't fire her.
Yeah, but nobody is gonna fire Mrs. O. I will make sure that does not happen, okay?
Hi, Kenneth. It's Steph.
Hey, hi, Steph.
How are you?
I'm good.
You know something? I was actually hoping I might run into you someday.
I'm surprised to hear you say that. I was the most fun guy the last time we met.
No worries. Celia told me you had just lost your wife and it wasn't a good time for you.
Thanks for letting me off the hook.
You'll be completely off the hook if you have dinner with me.
I would love to, but I've got to work.
You work at night?
Night and day. Long story.
How about having a coffee? I love long stories.
Okay, you're on.
What are you doing back?
I'm going to meet an old friend who came back home to change.
You came back home to change to meet an old friend?
Okay, her name is Stephanie Lee, okay? Julius and Celia set me up on a date sometime back, and it ended up like the Titanic, but she did laugh at my jokes.
Stephanie Lee. Cool. She's a famous chef. And she's so pretty. You better spray on some cologne.
Yeah. Wait till she finds out I'm a flag driver.
You're between jobs. Right now, you're recharging your batteries before embarking on your next venture. All creative people do that.
Where did you learn to lie like that? Look, Stephanie invited me for coffee, and it'd be rude to turn her down, okay? I'm just being sociable.
And that's why you came all the way home to change.
I heard that.
Hi, Maxine. What are you doing here?
Daddy said I should do my homework in a more conductive environment.
Oh, is that what your daddy told you?
Conducive environment. I said conducive.
I thought you had your mother looking after Maxine.
Yeah, I gave her the day off. You know, too much of a good thing. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen. Why don't you work from home? If anything comes up here, I can cover for you.
Isn't that my job to cover for you? No, you got a lot to deal with here. I'll be all right.
You sure? Okay. I'll see you later.
So how have you been?
Good. And you?
Pretty good. I need to make a quick call.
Yeah, sure.
What happened to the fart ringtone? It was cute.
Not in the middle of a meeting.
How's that coming along? Your company's called Cancer, right?
Yeah, not so good. Let's just say I'm on a hiatus right now.
I'm sure you'll bounce back in no time. You're a talented guy.
That's open to interpretation. Steph, I drive a flat car now. I'm a single dad. Kids still in school. I can't afford to just sit around doing nothing.
You don't have to apologize for that. You're finding a way to make things work.
Not to mention, beer's not getting any cheaper. Anyway, enough about myself. I heard you're doing very well for yourself.
You know what? My brother's a venture capitalist. He enjoys working with startups. I'm going to get him to call you.
Oh, okay, that'd be great, thanks.
Thanks for all the comments and a big, big thank you for taking part in my poll. The results are in and we have a winner! How to cope with period pain.
Nina, have you finished your homework?
Ages ago! See?
You finished all of it?
Pati, I wouldn't dream of working on my vlog without completing my homework first.
Fine. I'll leave you alone.
And next time I'm locking the door.
Honestly, I'm so done raising my kids.
Well, they're all grown up now. They're old enough to fend for themselves.
The thing is, I don't even feel guilty about it, you know?
Man, I wish I were in your shoes. Not that I don't love my kids and worry about them and resent paying for their education. I should head back to work.
We should do this again?
Yeah, we should.
Maybe you can do dinner next time?
Sounds good.
The one big thing I found out from Tian is that Young was kidnapped as a child.
That must be the reason why he has DID.
I think so too. The thing is, Young has never mentioned it before, and I don't believe he can simply forget an incident like that.
Did you bring out the school bullying and what happened to those bullies?
Everything. Tian admitted that his mother was behind all of this, but he refuses to talk about his sister.
There are still a few pieces missing.
Mostly to do with Melody. I still don't know how she figures in all of this. Feels like I'm close, but I'm not. So frustrating.
Hey, please, no more of your funny lies and plans.
I can't. I need to get to the bottom of this.
And then what? No, Shen might actually be better off not knowing anything.
But Cameron,
Do you read me?
Yeah, I got your training plan.
I don't know about you, but Kenneth and Steph seem to have good chemistry.
I'm over Kenneth.
Mm-hmm.
I am. I have to be. I'm not gonna wait around for something that's never gonna happen.
I didn't mean to make you say that.
I'm just happy that Kenneth's happy. That's all that matters.
And don't forget your happiness.
I'm gonna get a water for training. Do you want one?
No, thanks.
All that training's supposed to make you stronger, not weaker. Do you want Cameron? Make a move.
Have you been watching us?
When are you gonna do it?
I'm not. I'm going to do the decent thing and stand aside.
Now's not the time for decency. Now's the time for selfishness and greed. Kenneth's moved on, so has Cameron, and so should you. You're scared. You're terrified Cameron's gonna reject you.
Oh, don't be stupid.
Ajay, the door has been flung wide open. No, you better get in there before it gets slammed shut in your face.
Am I interrupting something?
I was just reminding this lazy fella that he better get a move on his business venture. He's working too slow. Maybe you should give him a push as well.
You checked your phone a minute ago. I'm sure Maxine's fine.
Yeah, I wonder what it's going to be today. Now, yesterday, her teacher tells me that she can't get along with her friends. It's trust issues, she says. Trust issues. Trust issues. What does that even mean? She is a kid.
James, worrying's gonna get you nowhere.
Yeah, I know.
Look, you're here now, so just try to focus on work, okay?
Mm-hmm.